Hello everyone, welcome, konnichiwa. Today we're going to be looking at a website called Satori Reader, which is a really good website to do with language input. I'm always looking for techniques to improve my own Japanese, and I've come across some videos recently which talk about the language input method of learning languages. And the idea is that instead of studying from a textbook or just looking up words in a dictionary, what you want is to watch like a Japanese TV show and put the Japanese subtitles on, and then have both of those streams coming into your head. So you see the kind of people speaking and you hear it, but then also you get to read the subtitles so that you make sure that everything that they say kind of enters into your head. So this website, Satori Reader, does a similar thing to this. So this is the Google Doc I'll be using for the lesson sheet today. You can find a description in the YouTube box below. Otherwise, you can just type in this link and it will take you to it. 今日は17日2月2019年. Here's a link to the website we'll be using today. It's satorireader.com, pretty simple. And what does Satori mean? Well, it kind of means understanding or comprehension. Now, this website is free. I think you just have to link a Facebook account to it, and that's always good. You know, we like some free resources every now and then. Okay, so this is what the website looks like. I'm just going to turn off my face cam so we get a good look at it. Alright, so this is the kind of home page, and we can see we've got links up the top here, and we got all our individual stories that we can look at. So we'll go into the first one. これ壁の穴ですね. Hole in the wall. Okay, and when we get in here, we'll see that there's several stories throughout this article. I think there's 10. Right, and we see that not all these are available with the free version. We've only got some which are in Pro. It's only for subscribers, but we can get a fair bit of information out of just the free ones. So just click into it, and straight away we'll get a bit of an article note, and we've got a play button here as well. So what it does is it plays the story, and then at the same time you've got a total transcript of everything that's going on. Alright, so we see when we get here that we've got the story itself. That's what this play button is. We see Kabe no Ana Dai Ichiwa. So Kabe no Ana, the hole in the wall, Dai Ichiwa, like the first story or the first episode. And then when you've got these symbols here, you can click on it, and for example it'll tell you the meaning here. Otherwise you can click on the individual words and it'll tell you what they all are. Now you've also got this button here, add to your study list, and then it'll put it into your study list so that you can revise it later. We can also, when we see we've got longer bits underlined like this, they kind of join it all together and show you, well, in context, what does this actually mean? Okay, so we have just kind of the general entry of what the verb and noun are doing together, and then the kind of other notes which kind of give you a bit more context of what it actually means. So here we see this is a bit of context now. It's hara ga hetta, same thing as onaka tsuita, but it's less polite and more of news among males, among their peers. And here we see, well, the mouse is talking to itself. Alright, so we see we've got all these things. And then each of these lines have their own play buttons, so you can listen to this sentence over and over and over again. Now this is exactly what the language input method is referring to. Now I'm going to link to the video in the contact card and in the YouTube description box. I would really recommend you have a watch of that video. He also suggests a book which is I'm currently reading at the moment, and it's very interesting. All these things that he talks about in regards to language acquisition. And I've got to say that this is one thing I always used to try and do when I was studying Japanese, especially in the beginning. I always got kind of bored with textbooks. I found them to be not very fun, to be honest. But what I used to really enjoy doing was watching TV with my host family. And Japanese TV is good because it already had a lot of subtitles. But I used to watch it, and most of the time I would never understand what was going on. But sometimes I'll pick up little things and I'll be able to ask my host family about it, and then they could explain it to me. So it's really the combination of having the audio, which you can listen to, and then you get an idea of the intonation and the pronunciation. All these things are very important with Japanese. But then also it's kind of like this passive way of learning where you get like perfect Japanese sentences coming into your head, and then you know contextually what words to use in what situations. And then this Satori Reader's website just makes it even better because it's got a full perfect transcript, including explanations. So it saves you a lot of time. Now, the other thing we can do here is we see we've got display settings on the right. And for kanji, we can turn it on to standard spelling. So we've got our furigana here, which we can also turn off, I guess. According to my knowledge, now this one, I haven't really got this set up much, but what you can do, for example, is you can import your Anki Dex, I believe, into this. You can just basically export or import certain kanji programs, which, you know, when you've studied them in that kanji program, then the website knows to show it to you in the full kanji rather than in hiragana. For example, we see this is in hiragana here. You can have that. You know, obviously you want to turn furigana off and just turn it back on if you can't read it, something. And spaces, I mean, I don't like to have spaces. It's not how Japanese people really write. So we want to turn as well. Okay. So really, this is the website. Okay, we'll kind of go through here. Now we got dashboard. By the way, if I was going to give, I mean, at least this article, it's fairly advanced. I mean, I guess a good level would be you would probably need to have at least JLPT and 4, at least I would think, to be able to understand most of this. There's a lot of difficult words in here, for example, but the kanji's not too tricky, but yeah. Okay, so we see that the articles, so just kind of the things that we're looking at. I've only really just started using this website, but automatic, like straight away, I know that it's quite good, just the way it all works. Now, review. This is kind of an interesting feature now. So we have space repetition. Now, this is kind of always cited as one of the best ways to learn a language, space repetition. So it's really just this idea where you learn something, then you review it, and then you give it a bit of time, you know, a week, whatever it may be, 2 weeks, and then you go back and look at it again, and then you space, and then the space is longer, you know, if you've remembered it, and you just keep coming back to it lots and lots of times. Like I remember I read somewhere recently where it's, if you want to learn a Japanese word, you have to kind of come across it about 100 times, and then you're going to start to remember it. Okay, so we can review our card. So let's have a look, because I did add some things to it. Literally. Okay, so we go. その小さな姉たちを連れて、3軒も離れたこの新しい家に引っ越してくるのは、パパパであった。通り。Okay. So this is the word that I added to my list. All right, so that's how we go. We see MISC, hard, medium, easy, correct, right? And so we see if it's incorrect, they're going to show it to you again in less than a minute. If you got it correct and then you kind of say, well, I kind of got it really easily, the space repetition is going to increase a lot because this is something you're already kind of familiar with, so they're not going to show it to you for a while. But if it was hard, well, you want to see it again pretty soon, basically. So we'll just say medium. All right, cave, hollow, cavity. Okay. Trying to remember what this word was. It wasn't. Oh. Cool. That's right. Anyway, this kanji I think is read as something like that. But anyway, so you can kind of see that we've got this as well. So there's a review function, and this is super important. You want to use this as much as possible. Okay. And we've got all these other articles, and again, it seems we just get the first 2 episodes and then you've got to sign up for a pro. So I would really just give this website a use. It can be free. The basic features are all free. And if you find it's useful, I mean, get a subscription. I'm not sure how much it costs. There. So $9 a month, that's nothing at all. So $9 a month, I always kind of look at it as any investment into your own education is priceless. And if you can't spend $9 a month on self-improvement, well, I mean, you should probably just be content with your Japanese probably not improving as much as you'd like it to. But I've got a bit of a hard line on these things, considering I'm a Japanese teacher. All right, so that's about it from me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this website helps you out with your study. It's not the only thing that you should be using to study, but for sure it's one of the best websites I've found which can help you with this language input method of learning. Thanks again, and if you enjoyed this video, please give my video a like and a share. If you can just share this video to Facebook, just maybe if you've got friends or family who are interested in learning Japanese, I really appreciate it because I want as many people as possible to see my content. And I think they can really benefit. Maybe even if they are not sure they want to learn Japanese, I'm sure once they look at my videos, they'll be much more enthusiastic about it. Anyways, see you guys next time.